Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. The Gibson Les Paul Supreme is back, but it's kind of more of a Gibson Les Paul custom. I'll explain that. But if you got some deep pockets, you can go ahead and grab one of these bad boys. They're pretty cool looking. Several different finishes. You can get a triple humbucker one if you want. And I'm sure at some point Trogley will get one of these in his hand, so you will be able to actually see that bad boy in person. So 2 decades after its first appearance, the Les Paul Supreme is back. Gibson ushers in a new era for its Ultra Luxe Les Paul with two new Supreme single cuts. A month after the guitar's return was teased by brand CEO Caesar, the seriously versatile Supreme is officially here, and it's joined by a souped-up Black Beauty-inspired exclusive. So Gibson CEO has spent much of his time on social media this year hinting at numerous upcoming products, such as Murphy Lab Acoustics, new body shapes, but one particular tease from August was especially enticing for electric guitar fans. That's because the picture of 15 unfinished, incomplete Gibson Les Pauls clearly bore the distinct and recognizable fretboard of a Les Paul Supreme. Caption of Supreme Friday to be our craftery. Also was one of the giveaways. Now, just over a month after the pick was published online, the company has officially launched them for 2023, resulting in the cult classic single cut that first arrived 20 years ago. It's certainly been a long time coming with Gibson itself, and nothing on its website. 2 decades after it first appeared, the Les Paul Supreme is back. And this confirms one of the brand's worst-kept secrets, but also clears up some questions that the eagle-eyed guitar aficionados had in the wake of his post. Namely, there's indeed an amped-up 3-humbucker loaded model, dubbed the Les Paul Supreme Exclusive, which is joined by the standard dual pickup options. Moreover, the conventional Les Paul Supreme family continues its legacy with a AAA maple top. The exclusive variant has a plain top, as our initial observation suggested. With both models, obviously it's going to be a plain top because the guitar is solid black. You can't see it anyway. No point wasting good flame under a solid finish. With both models carrying new headstock inlay, said to be inspired and designed from the 40s that had lain dormant in the Gibson archive. So, new inlays there, that's kind of neat. Oh, and the Supreme also features a modern contour heel for a slightly better upper fresh. So it's not the access heel, it's the modern contour where they shave some of the wood away. Taking things one model at a time, the Supreme further pays homage to its forebearer with a mahogany body, tweaked to offer ultra-modern weight relief. So, to my knowledge, the original Supremes were all maple, I believe. It was kind of it might have been a mahogany sandwich, but I believe it was a maple top and full maple back. So, outer modern weight relief, so the thing is going to be light. Mahogany neck, ebony fretboard, the later of which has mother of pearl super split block inlays. I do always love the Supreme inlays. They're very nice looking. As for playability, slim taper profile, compound radius. Oh, you don't see that on every Gibson. 22 medium jumbo frets, Graphtec nut. All that's good stuff. Tones come, we have a Burstbucker Pro and a Burstbucker Pro Plus. Just like the original Supreme. Are wired with 2 push-pull coil taps on the volume pots, a phase and bypass switch. That's kind of fun. On the 2 controls, all hardware arrives finished in gold. Of course, it's going to be gold. It's a Supreme. You got Fireburst, Dark Wine Red, Translucent Ebony. And then we go down to the triple humbucker version. The Black Beauty-esque Les Paul Supreme exclusive, on the other hand, is decked out in a flat ebony finish, which is complemented by a trio of gold-covered Burstbucker humbuckers. Electronics here are similarly versatile with 3 pickup-specific volume knobs offering push-pull coil split options. So this one does not have the phase, and this one does not have the bypass, but you get the 3rd humbucker, and you do not get a flame maple top. Despite the bolstering electronics, the exclusive version is priced the same. Oh, that's interesting. As the standard models, with each new guitar weighing in at $4,000. So I went ahead and went to the Gibson website so we can get some close-up pictures. Although the resolution on this seems to be very terrible. Oh no, that's pretty solid. But things you're gonna know is the old ones had that beautiful flame maple back with the binding on the back. These ones you're not getting that. So aesthetic wise, the back of these are all black. It's very plain Jane. Nothing spectacular, I would say. Is it worth the premium for a regular Les Paul custom, which I want to say they're in the $3,000 range? We can take a look at the price of a regular Les Paul custom momentarily, but Ebony's not doing much for me. The red's not bad, but it ain't doing much. I like the Fireburst. I know there was an older SG that came in a satin Fireburst that I really liked, and it's cool to see that in the gloss finish. Let's go ahead and take a look as well. Gotta hit the back button like 12 times here at the triple pickup version. And it's really cool. So, I mean, the major difference is, do you want the flame top? Do you not care about the flame top? Do you want more of the Black Beauty, which this is a very nice looking guitar? You got like the 7-ply binding, I believe. Neck is bound, fret nibs, the split. We got mother of pearl inlays, triple humbucks if that's your thing. And the electronics are a little bit different. So this one does have the push pulls, but it does not have has a coil tap. This does not have the bypass or the phase. So I mean, depending on how you want the electronics, it's kind of neat that they're the same price though. But it's also understandable because they also have two separate things. Like you have a flame top versus a plain top, and the electronics are a little bit downplayed on the triple humbucker version. So it makes sense that they're essentially the same price. So if you want it, they're there. They are available. Let's see. I am curious how much a regular Les Paul Custom is going for these days, because I don't remember. So let's go find... Oh, they're putting that in the Les Paul Modern category. Well, it does have the Modern Cutaway, so I guess that makes sense. But let's find a regular Les Paul Custom, so we can get you what they're actually going for here. If I can find a Les Paul Custom. Just looking for a regular Les Paul Custom. Plain Jane Custom, not the fancy reissues. Might be hard to find one. Murphy Lab. What, do we not just have regular Les Paul Customs in this in here? We're just gonna make this easier on myself. Gibson. All right, we don't need the plus. Just Gibson Les Paul Custom. How much is a Les Paul Custom? A regular plain Jane Gibson Les Paul Custom going for? That's interesting. That is interesting. So, I suppose, if I remember correctly now, I could be wrong, the Les Paul Customs are made in the custom shop, whereas the Supremes, these bad boys, are Gibson USA. So that may be the price difference, is that, the Les Paul Custom is actually made in the custom shop. But looking at it, the Supreme looks a little prettier. I mean, yeah, you don't get the binding on the back, which, in the custom shop. Let's see if they have the custom shop serial number, or if it's the regular printed one. Let's see if I can get a nice image here. It's pretty black. It's hard to tell, but I think that's the difference. I didn't even realize a Gibson Les Paul Custom is actually more expensive than a Les Paul Supreme. Did not know that. I mean, price-wise, it looks like, a regular Les Paul Custom is sitting at $5,000. It is. So you're actually saving yourself money by buying a Les Paul Supreme, which is really interesting. A lot of people, you may consider this a souped-up standard, but I consider this kind of a souped-up custom. I mean, yes, you can't have the binding on the back because of the contour, the modern heel joint. But with everything going for it, I would say buy this over a Les Paul Custom. If you're going custom shop, maybe look somewhere else. But if you got the money, I would say save yourself the $1,000 and go buy the Les Paul Supreme instead, because I think it has better features than a Les Paul Custom. That is really, really interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, share, and let me know what you want to see for future guitar music related content. Other than that, my name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.